Okay, guys, I wanted to tell and share with you guys one of the scariest experiences of my life, probably. This was a long time ago when I was younger, and everybody was talking. I mean, it's all huge. People doing cough syrup and Xanax and all that shit. Well, one day I was with a friend and I was like, let's go to Walgreens. I'm pretty sure you guys all know what Walgreens is. It's a convenience store that is also usually I'm pretty sure that Walgreens always has a pharmacy too. Anyway, I went to Walgreens with this friend and went to the cold and flu aisle and whatever, and went and looked for the cough syrup. I think this happened twice. I honestly can't remember. My memory is pretty fuzzy of this whole situation, but I remember I think I grabbed cough syrup and I stole it. This was a long time ago again. And I tried to do it. And I think I grabbed the cough syrup that has I mean, it was like non addictive, non dangerous cough syrup, I think, the first time I tried to do it. So then the next time I did it was when I was with a friend and we went to Walgreens again. And so then I looked for the cough syrup that had DXM. That was what it was. A lot of people do the cough syrup that has codeine in it. But that is you have to have a prescription for that. But you can also get fucked up on the cough syrup that has DXM in it. And it's pretty bad, guys. It can make you hallucinate, I believe. It makes you pretty fucked up. And anyway, we'll get to that. So I finally found the one with the DXM. It was a little bit different than the one that most people take. I think it was different because of it was like 24-hour or something. There was something about it that was a little different, but it still said DXM on it. So I stole that. I went back to my house, and people drink it with like Sprite and stuff and Jolly Ranchers and all that shit. And I just put it in a cup. I put the cough syrup in, and I don't remember how much I did. It wasn't the whole bottle. I put it in the cup, and then I filled it up with some juice, some kind of juice. And then I did it. I took it. After that, a little bit after that, my friend had left, and he didn't even actually do any of it because he was not really into drugs, which is pretty good for him. I would say that's a good thing. Anyway, I did this, and within a few hours, I remember it just made me feel like I was drunk. I didn't feel good. There was no good feeling about it. I mean, I felt like I was drunk. I was dizzy. My head was foggy. That was really it. And then I remember it was, like I said, guys, this is pretty fuzzy for me. So the next thing I remember was I think it also makes your stomach really upset, or it can. And I think I remember my stomach started hurting really bad. I ran to the bathroom and I almost threw up or something, something like that. And then I remember I might have taken my shirt off because I just felt like I was like falling and just dizzy and just kind of freaking out, really panicked. My heart was beating pretty fast too. I remember it was like dark. It was around nighttime, getting to nighttime. Maybe already dark at this point, and I was just sitting there, and I don't think the light was on. And I remember looking at my cat, and I was like freaking out. I looked at my cat, and I just was like, "She's evil." Oh, it was kind of like delusional. So the first thing I did is I went to my mother. I was like, "Mom, you just need to listen to me right now. I had cough syrup, and I took a lot of it, and I think I took more than I was supposed to. I don't know. I think I took as much as people online said, because I did a lot of research. I looked up a lot, and I made sure that I was doing a safe amount. So I don't know exactly what happened. Maybe it just made me super anxious and gave me a bad anxiety attack because it was not pleasant. So I was telling my mom, I think I might have taken more than I was supposed to. I'm worried. I don't feel good. And she was like, "Oh, what? I mean." I woke her up, and I think she was saying, what? She might have even told me to just sleep it off or something, but I said, no, we need an ambulance. And if I hadn't have said this, it would have probably been bad. I mean, my mom was asleep. If I had actually just went to my room and tried to wait it out, I could have probably died. I don't know about that though, because there's a lot of different things that are involved in this story, and we'll get to that soon. So anyway, my mom did call an ambulance. I remember they wheeled me into. They had to put me in a stretcher, even though I could walk. But they had to put me in a stretcher. They zipped me in, and then they put me in the ambulance. And I rode in the back of the ambulance, and it was really bright because ambulances have like lights in the back. I don't think they did anything. They might have. Yeah, I don't remember exactly what they did in the ambulance. They might have given me something, or maybe taken my blood, but I'm not sure because, again, I was pretty woozy. I remember just sitting there. I don't think my shirt was on. Oh, they strapped a bunch of, they put a bunch of wires with like sticky bits at the end all over my chest, all over it, and I think on my arms and everything. So that was happening while I was in the ambulance. We got to the hospital. I think it was just some hospital that's close to me, and it was pretty late at night. They brought me into the hospital like from the back of the hospital, and once again, guys, I really am not entirely sure exactly what was happening. They wheeled me in, and then they wheeled me into this room. I think pretty quickly they got me in there. My heart was beating super fast, so what they did was they gave me 3 milligrams of Ativan. I think through the IV. Ativan is a benzodiazepine. It's anti-anxiety. They tried to calm my heart down. And this hospital, this is where they fucked up, and I believe that they almost killed me. Because what they did was they gave me 3 milligrams of Ativan, which that's on top of all the cough syrup I did, and cough syrup is also a depressant, so that just wasn't good. But 3 milligrams was fine. I mean, it's a standard dose, I think they said. After that, I remember sitting with my mom. My mom was really worried. I feel really bad for her. I was sitting there. I think I had calmed down by that point, or I was starting to calm down. I remember at one point I said I had to pee, so they gave me this like little thing, like they give people things to throw up in at the hospital, just a little like bowl type thing. They gave me one of those things to pee in, so I got up and I peed, and then they left the room, and then my mom opened the door in the middle of me peeing. She left, and like I was pretty fucked up. I was leaning against the bed because I was messed up, and it probably took me a little while to even start peeing. I remember my mom opened the door and freaked me out, and I got pee on the floor and all over me. And then the next thing I know, I was back in my bed, and then the next thing I know, I had woken up in a different hospital on like the 4th floor or something. I had woken up. I think my brother was even there. I remember the first thing that happened when I woke up is I was seeing 2 of my brother. I had double vision. And so what they told me was I was in a coma or close to a coma. I remember if they were going to I think they were considering putting a catheter in me. So I was pretty much in a coma for like a day or 2. I don't remember how long. I think it was 2 days or something. And the reason why I believe I was put in a coma is because this hospital gave me 9 milligrams of Ativan. On top of all the cough syrup I did, they gave me 9 milligrams of Ativan. Now, like I said earlier, guys, 3 milligrams is the standard dose. They gave me 3 milligrams later on in that same night, and then another 3 milligrams. And by the time I had gotten to 6 milligrams, I don't think I remembered anything by then. It all seems dreamlike now, just remembering it. But yeah, it was scary. And like I said, they gave me way, way, way too much fucking Ativan, and it's a strong Ativan's pretty much like Xanax. And they gave me a lot. I mean, Xanax is very strong, if anybody knows. I mean, people have to take only very small doses of that, and Ativan's basically the same thing, and I just can't believe that they actually gave me 9 milligrams. I can't believe it. I mean, they knew that I had taken cough syrup. They knew that I was drug-induced while I was there, and they continued to give me it. And that's just ridiculous. I believe that's what put me in the coma. I don't think it was the cough syrup. It was probably the mix of it, but, you know, my mom probably, I think, might have even considered suing them, but it never happened. But yeah, I remember I woke up in the hospital. Like I said, I was seeing two of my brother. My mom said I was talking for like an hour before that, and that is all erased for my memory. The first thing I remember is seeing my brother, and there was two of him, like double vision. And that's all I remember, honestly. I don't remember if I left that day or if I left the next day. I might have left that day, but like I said, I don't remember. I don't remember a lot of it. It's very fuzzy, and but I do remember a good amount of it. I mean, like I said, everything I just said is pretty much what I remembered. And anyway, after I woke up, either that day or the next day, I had gotten sent. I mean, I was back home, and it was pretty over with. I had a psychiatrist at the time, and she thought it was a suicide attempt. I don't feel the need to elaborate on that any further because it was a while ago, but I would not have considered that a suicide attempt. But yeah, kind of depressing, but at least I woke up. But thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.